Gloucester, Massachusetts, a town whose name is forever tied to the sea. Nestled on Cape Ann, Gloucester has served as the beating heart of the New England fishing industry for over 400 years. Since the early part of the 20th century, fishermen in these waters have pursued bluefin tuna. One of the fastest and largest fish, the bluefin tuna can weigh over 1,000 pounds and grow to lengths over 10 foot long. They truly live up to their nickname, the giant of the sea. Chasing this fish requires strength, resilience, endurance, and an intimate knowledge of the sea.
All I'm really wanting to find is bait. If I find the bait, the tuna will be there. That's really all I'm looking for.
On this episode of the Greenway Outdoors, we have come to this historic town to join Charter Captain Darrin Howard, his first mate Jim, and his daughter Amber on a tuna fishing trip of a lifetime. Our goal is simple: to catch a bluefin within the legal size limit so we can feast on one of the finest delicacies of the ocean, succulent bluefin tuna steaks. I'm Kyle Green. I travel the globe with my best friends hunting for wild game and dynamic conservation stories. Join us on our adventure as we escape the shackles of the modern world and gain a deeper understanding of where our food comes from. Welcome to the Greenway Outdoors.
When I was saying Gloucester, the people at the gas station were looking at me pretty funny.
Yeah.
I was sounding it out, something I've learned for years.
Gloucester.
You say it so quick and so good.
There's no R. It's just Gloucester. People from Britain came here and named places after places they knew from back home. So there's Gloucester. I believe there's a Lancashire, or a Leicester, which looks a lot like Gloucester, where it's a Oucester.
And then everything else is just named Revere.
A Revere. Everything's Revere.
Our Captain Darrin invited us to a big cookout in order to meet some of his local friends.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
You too.
Looks like we got quite the party.
Jeff?
How are you? I got a couple extra guests for you today.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Awesome.
Some locals around here. Local meaning crazy? No, just local. Yeah, no. So they're
That's our brand. Perfect.
I was excited to swap stories with people whose life revolves around bluefin tuna fishing.
30 minutes later, 2 fish come on the graph. We just put out new fresh herring right next to the boat. Whoop, down. It's like, oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
And you said you guarantee that tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. He's like, did I say that? You were telling me a story a few minutes ago.
Yeah, good friend on a center console that we knew a few years back. Was out fighting a fish and got him to the boat and harpooned him, but the harpoon line got tangled around his fingers.
Oh my gosh.
He lost 3 fingers and a little bit of his pinky.
Oh.
He had to be medvaced off of the boat and right into Boston. But yeah, another guy and his son were fishing, and he got caught in the harpoon line. The line got wrapped around his leg, and he got pulled right over. So his father panicked and cut the line, but he cut the wrong part of the line.
Oh my gosh.
So when the Coast Guard came out, they could see him from the air being pulled through the water by the tuna fish.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They that go down to the sea in ships that do business in great waters, these see the works of the Lord and his wonders in the deep.
The dangers of fishing these waters is serious. The Gloucester Fishermen's Memorial is dedicated to over 5,000 Gloucester fishermen who lost their lives to the ocean. This monument and those names serve as a strong reminder that safety has to come first when we hit the water in the morning.
Can't you feel that old wicked wind howling at your door? Breaking windows, shaking walls with the coming of the storm. The coming of the storm.
What do you look for in water, like when you're going out for this first assessment?
All I'm really wanting to find is bait. If I find the bait, the tuna will be there. That's really all I'm looking for. And then try to be the right timing of it with the tides.
And will you find the bait on the sonar, or?
Yes.
I know a lot of people too. Is it true, like you see birds diving down, and that's a sign?
Well, that's a great sign.
Okay.
Because that's the sea surface life, that's priceless. Yeah, if you see birds diving down, please point it out, because if I don't see it, we might need to move over 100 yards, and
That's the difference.
it is.
Catching bait is the most important step of tuna fishing. Darrin will drive around and spot schools of bait on his fish finder. When he does, we'll anchor up and try to catch them using sabiki rigs, which is basically a fishing rod with a big weight on a line with little flies coming off of it. These are great because you can catch a lot of fish on one drop.
Guys, we have everything we want to see, which is, I just got to get set.
We got seals fighting.
Bait on the bottom. Bait on the bottom, guys.
I'm getting it like every cast right now, but they're straight up on the bottom. Means that's probably where the fish we're targeting will be hanging out. So we want to replicate that on our lines in the back for the tuna. Right now we're in about 125 foot of water, so I just go till I feel the bottom, and then I'm kind of, you know, just jigging it. And all they are is just a bunch of little flies on the same line. Ocean fish are super aggressive, it feels like, even these bait fish. Like they'll bite anything they can get their little face on. It's like that one kid in preschool you can never trust. Just biting everybody, eating Play-Doh, paste. These are the paste eaters of the fish. That's another fish right there. So this is another whiting. We know what's in the area. There are whales everywhere too, which is super cool to see. We've had them breach in every direction. We're like in a pod of them. And if the bait fish are here, the whales are here, hopefully tuna are here. Yep, another whiting. So now we know what we're in for. Hopefully the tuna will come in and be like, oh, I'm chasing all these whiting, but that one's injured, so I'll grab that easy one. And this be the easy one.
Coming up next on the Greenway Outdoors, we finally hear the magic words. The Greenway Outdoors is brought to you by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. And by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Onyx Hunt. Know where you stand with the #1 hunting app. Savage Arms. Where better comes standard. Boss Shot Shells. Premium grade and American made. Nosler Ammunition. A step above the rest. And by Carlson's Choke Tubes. The only choke tube we've ever used. Welcome back to the Greenway Outdoors. We are off the coast of Gloucester, Massachusetts, fishing for bluefin tuna. We spent the morning fishing for bait fish. Darrin has been doing so good at finding bait that we're even able to give some extra to other boats who were not as fortunate. On the way to our final fishing spot, the humpback whales put on a show.
All my sins have been tucked away, hiding from the light of the coming day. When the sun rises, I may come around, or I'll linger in the shadows till it sinks back down. When I was young, the water clean, life was like ripples on a flowing stream. Somewhere, darling, things went wrong. Now there's mud in the water and the magic's gone.
While the tuna fishing rods and reels are giant and incredibly strong, the tactic itself reminds me of growing up in Michigan and fishing inland lakes with my dad using live bait and bobbers, just on a much larger scale. For starters, the bobber is actually a balloon so that it's big enough that we can see it in the waves. And if we see that balloon suddenly moving very fast or goes under and pops, we know that there's a fish on it. For bait, we're using live mackerel and whiting. Darrin says that herring are actually a tuna's favorite, but we never did catch any.
Just a big whiting. This is the biggest one I've seen so far. Look at the teeth down that thing's gullet. It's got plenty of really sharp teeth. Pretty good predators, very aggressive. And they're pretty slimy, so they have good scent. So they're a good tuna bait. But herring and mackerel, some of the other targets we're doing, are much better because they're so oily and sneaky. The fish can find them easier and be attracted in to check out your bait. But this is a great bait to use if you can't get any of those.
We put that bait on a black number 8 circle hook, which is tied off to a 130-pound fluorocarbon leader. We use black hooks in clear leaders in order to remain undetected by the tuna. After all, they have incredible eyesight.
A setup for a rod and reel combination like this could be $4,000 or $5,000, so it's a big investment. It's like each one's double what my first car was.
We set all the baits at different depths in order to cover the entire water column. That said, Darrin tells me most of the really big bluefin tuna that he has caught were closer to the bottom of the ocean, and the intermediate-sized tuna were found more in the middle of the water column. I feel compelled to tell you that catching a bluefin tuna is hard, and I mean really hard. Talking with local fishermen, they say it can take up to a week or more just to land one bluefin tuna. So once the baits were set, we settled in for what I thought was going to be a long wait, and I kept on fishing for bait off the front of the boat. But almost immediately, I heard yelling.
We're on. Green's on.
I'm coming.
Bring in a pink one.
We got one?
Had one.
What happened there?
So our farthest out one, we had a 60-foot one on the green balloon that says Greenway on it. We wrote that right on there. All of a sudden, the green balloon got ripped off to the west, felt the fish for a split second, and he was gone. It just didn't set the hook.
Okay. So is there anything we did wrong?
No.
We could do better?
No, he missed it.
Oh, okay.
He
So
went
Kyle
up-
didn't
he
get up
went
there
up-
fast enough. is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
it's Kyle's fault. He didn't
Okay.
get up here fast enough. No, it's one of those things. It's like going to the plate. You know the fastball's coming, you still missed it. That's
Yeah.
exactly what we did. We saw him ripping the line out. Balloon was cruising across the water. He just missed the hook. You can't do. I gotta go over you. Here. Come on, Kyle.
Coming up next on the Greenway Outdoors, I'm in for a major fight with a bluefin tuna.
Okay, Jim, get the harpoon ready.
The Greenway Outdoors is brought to you by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. And by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Tracker Boats. Fish the finest. And by Eagle Fishing. Tactical fishing gear for the savvy angler. Welcome back to the Greenway Outdoors. We are fishing for giant bluefin tuna off the coast of Gloucester, Massachusetts. And we just hooked up.
Okay, Kyle, I need you to be, right now he's at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
You gotta communicate this with me all the time,
Okay.
okay? He's at 5, he goes to 6. I wanna make sure that I'm keeping him off to the starboard side between 2 to 5 o'clock. If you don't know how to tell time,
We'll get a digital watch out
yes,
here.
we'll get a digital watch.
Right under us, going for the trying to go to the motors. Straight down, motor.
Thank you.
Run them through the bubbles, really upset them.
I have to keep the fish from getting behind the boat because the line could easily be cut by the motors. Fighting this fish is intense. Even with these giant reels, we cannot over-tight the drag. So I'm forced to pull the line down to the reel in order to wind it and make any progress.
No. Every time I get like an inch, he takes 3 back.
You're trying to tire him out before you get tired, so.
Arguably the hardest and riskiest part of fighting a bluefin is when they swim towards the boat. This forces your already tired body to kick it into overdrive and reel as fast as possible so the slack in the line doesn't allow the hook to pop free of the fish.
Okay, Jim, get the harpoon ready.
I don't think you're gonna convince Kyle to get off this thing.
I see a lot. I mean, he's not too far back
3
now.
o'clock.
We might even see him in a second here. Doing this 3 o'clock dance. Trying to get behind the boat. Bring it back now, y'all. One hot this time.
No sliding.
Slide and lip, slide.
Don't you dare clap your hands.
Color. Wow, look at that tuna. Onto the boat, on the boat, on the boat. He's back out, we're good. No. Yeah, all that progress.
Kyle, you're hooked up on your first bluefin. Is it slightly euphoric?
Pretty cool. Definitely, he does that.
Thank you, Lord, for this fish.
Yeah, no kidding.
Guys, why I say thank you, Lord, look at how many boats are not hooked up and we got the opportunity. I am not a better fisherman than them. We've just been blessed with this opportunity, and I mean that completely.
Jim is standing by with the harpoon. I'm trying to get the fish close enough so he can stick him. A harpoon is designed to penetrate and anchor into a tuna's flesh by combining a sharp point tip with barbed or detachable elements that prevent it from pulling out. The harpoon has a rope attached to a floating buoy, so if the fish breaks my line now, we can just chase down the buoy and still recover him. Jim made an absolutely perfect shot on that tuna. After a 40-minute fight, I felt relief and pure excitement. We hauled our prize catch into the boat and then checked the tuna's length.
We're gonna go to the lower part of the jaw. You're gonna follow the contour of his body with it, all the way to the center of the tail.
I got 60.
60 inches.
At 60 inches, my tuna is considered an intermediate size, and as a non-commercial fisherman, I can legally keep it. If the fish was 73 inches or above, it would be classified as a giant tuna, which requires a commercial license. Bluefin tuna are warm-blooded and can spoil very fast, so we got to work right away gutting the fish. The first step is to remove the rock-hard gill plate in order to expose the gills, which we remove in addition to the intestines. Then we stuffed the cavity with ice, loaded the fish into my truck, and then headed back to Darrin's to process it. Coming up next on the Greenway Outdoors, we're in the kitchen, not cooking tuna. The Greenway Outdoors is brought to you by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. And by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. LEM Game Processing Equipment. Wilderness Athlete, fuel for the rugged. Sea-Doo, live the Sea-Doo life. Rufus Teague, seasoning, sauces, and snacks. Trijicon, brilliant aiming solutions. Skidoo, experience that Skidoo feeling. Summit Tree Stands, hunting elevated. And Blokes, modern men's health.
I'm gonna be honest, I bet a lot of people are gonna roll their eyes when they see the cut of meat I've chose for this recipe, but hear me out. You see a huge portion of this darkish, blackish meat. Anyone who's got a tuna or gone to a restaurant, they maybe saw that black line of meat. That meat is actually used the most by the fish, so there's a lot of oxygen in there. There's a lot of blood in there, and that is what gives it that off color. It also is supposed to give it a different taste, and it certainly gives it a different smell. It's a little bit fishier, but at the same time, I want to see, is it still worth eating?
I do know that the darker portion of the meat here has got a lot of selenium in it, which is very good for your body as far as oxidative stress. It is an antioxidant. It helps to pull all those negatives out of your body, mercury, that kind of thing. Absolutely fantastic cut of meat, and I'm excited to try it.
When you had been saying that earlier, I actually did a little bit of research, and there was a study done in Japan, and that study found that the selenium derivative that is in this dark meat here, it's 100 times more concentrated than it is in the rest of the fish, that lighter meat that everyone's eating. So you've got that much antioxidants packed in there, gonna take free radicals out of your body. It's also kind of comical. You're eating fish, but ridding your body of mercury. If that isn't God covering for you, I don't know what is.
There you go.
Now, the other thing is, aside from just the concentrations that are in there, it's worth noting, the selenium derivative that is in this dark meat is 500 times more potent as an antioxidant than vitamin E.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put this on my face. I'll stick with vitamin E for that, but what are you gonna do? So, because we really don't know how this tastes in comparison to the light meat, I've only ever had the light red meat, I wanted to see how it would be, and the best way to figure that out is obviously eating it raw. If you're gonna eat fish raw, you're gonna get a great cut of the flavor. So, what I'm gonna do is kind of cut off this section here, the dark meat, have the light meat in one section, dark meat in the other, and we're gonna make hoke poke for dinner. Oh. So it's gonna give us the best way to try it. All I'm gonna do is kind of cut out the darkest section right there and separate that. And that's gonna be my dark pile, this is gonna be my light pile, and all I'm gonna do is just cube this up, nice. Okay, so we've got a nice little light pile there, and then I'm gonna do the same with the dark meat. I will say that the dark meat already feels kind of normal. It's just cutting like normal. Texture is about the same. Okay, so now we have our light pile and we have our dark pile. Let's get this test going. Now that the meat's cut up, the first step is going to be making our sauce. We're gonna wanna add it just to a medium-sized bowl, and the whole point of doing this first is because we're gonna want the meat to soak in it for about 15 minutes. That'll help let the flavors cut in. So that's our 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Next ingredient is rice vinegar, and we're gonna add 1 teaspoon into this. Next ingredient is gonna give it a ton of flavor, and that's a 1/2 tablespoon of ginger. And then for a little sweetness, this is optional, but I always like to go with a little bit of honey as well. And that's gonna give it a nice sweet flavor to counter all those other flavors. Come together really nicely. Last up is a little sriracha. And we're just gonna mix all this together. So what I'm gonna do is pour some of this off to the side, like that. I'm gonna save that for later. Now I'm just gonna add the tuna in, and I'm gonna be mixing this around to make sure that the tuna is evenly covered. As I said before, you wanna make sure that this has got the time to soak into the meat. And because you wanna eat poke pretty quick after making it, you wanna get it in quick. We're gonna stir this tuna around, making sure it's evenly coated, and then you're gonna wanna let it sit for like 15 minutes. We're gonna use the rest of this sauce later while Jeff cuts up the avocado.
Take your half avocado, give it some vertical slices, making them about the same size as the chunks of fish that you're using for your poke. Rotate it. Now we've got 2 garnishes. We're gonna use some chives, and there's 2 different ways that you can cut leafy herbs like this. These smaller ones, I'm never gonna make the perfect little rings that they make at fancy restaurants. So when I get little stuff like this, I twist it, I bend it back over on itself. That gives it a little bit of tension. And then when I come by and make little cuts like this, they almost like pull away from each other. And it helps in the mincing process. And I'll do 3 or 4 of these, and that should give us what we need for our garnish.
It's been about 15 minutes, so this is all done. So I'm gonna start moving the tuna into the bottom of this dish here. So all we're going to do is just make a beautiful layer of tuna right here. And then on top of that, Jeff's gonna add the avocado.
So I'm responsible for making sure that the structure's good, and I'm gonna put this stuff on top and make sure it looks nice?
Yeah, you are the sandcastle king.
All right, I'm gonna take our avocado, same deal, put it in over top of the tuna, which means it's gonna be on the bottom of our sandcastle. That was a good analogy earlier, I like that.
So he's gonna push that down. You gotta smoosh it good. I mean, you gotta be pushing, because think about it, this is a sandcastle. It needs to stand up, so you push down hard on it.
No error.
Yes, there you go. Then when you flip it over, it should be perfect. And here we go. Voila.
Wow,
Good
and then we're
job.
gonna take our sauce, get that drizzled over the top there.
We are looking like a fancy restaurant up in here.
Hit it with some green onion, and then some chive.
And of course, the sesame seed finisher.
There you go. It's like a beautiful savory cake.
Mixture of light and dark meat. And that's the key now, is we have to make sure that we're trying a little bit of both. If served this at a restaurant, I'd feel pretty comfortable. I mean, it looks absolutely gorgeous. This is a lighter piece, so I'm gonna start with that first.
Okay, I'll do the same.
It's our control group.
I'm gonna get a piece of avocado.
Don't say anything up. Okay, now we're gonna move on to this very dark piece. I'm gonna cut it in half, and we're each going to take a half of it. I will say this, it's a little tougher now. So that is a tougher piece. So this is a dark bite. We're both trying it, same time, go. I don't taste the difference, do you?
No, I don't. There's a slight texture difference, but otherwise, there's a good amount of spice in there.
Yeah.
I think that might cover a good amount of it. It's delicious.
Yeah, both bites are absolutely great, but if you were to tell me that second bite was substantially healthier than the first, then I would lean that way anyway.
I feel healthier already.
On this episode, we harvested bluefin tuna, a legitimate once-in-a-lifetime fish. While battling the tuna, I heard Darrin praising God for the opportunity.
Thank you, Lord, for this fish.
I remember hearing his humble gratitude, and that in the moment, it really moved me. The book of James says every good and perfect gift is from above, and this magnificent bluefin tuna truly is a gift.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the Greenway Outdoors YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, we want to make more for you. The only way we can do it is with the help and support from our sponsorships. So we ask you to support them. These are companies that care about conservation and of course preserving the Greenway Outdoors message. Today's sponsors are Wilderness Athlete, LEM Game Processing Equipment, Blokes, Modern Men's Health, and Summit Tree Stands.